Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, they're where we've gotten used to seeing them, in the middle of the pack, 7th place in the East at the moment. That was the story of their season last year as well. Well, when you watch Kevin Durant, it can be awe-inspiring, able to do things at his size that blow your mind. Shaq, hard to come up with a comparison to his style of play.
Perhaps the Iceman George Gervin.
Yes.
But in terms of its length, skill, and finesse, the Durantula is a rare breed of arachnophobia.
Wow.
Arachnid. Arachnophobia is
Fear
of.
I'm scared of spiders. That's why I said arachnophobia.
So you're feared of Durant.
But you say Durant is a
rare breed of arachnophobia. Means a lot of people are scared of spiders.
Yeah.
I get it, but
in
it doesn't.
Shaq speak, that's what it means.
Yeah.
What's Durant mean to you?
Well, he's quicker than most people think. You know, for his size, at 7 feet, he still is quick as any guard. And defensively, you can put him on the toughest perimeter player, and he can defend them.
And his shot blocking has really improved.
Oh, yeah, without question.
Yeah. With the game about to tip off, we send you to Kevin Harlan.
Who's also scared of spiders.
Coming to you tonight from the American Airlines Arena with a look high above here in Miami. It's Saturday night and live on 2K Sports. We've got the excitement of the NBA for you tonight. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. It's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met. They come into this one feeling good about the matchup. They've taken both games so far this season.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
It was definitely that defense that carried them to that huge win that night. You have to figure they'll be primed to wreak even more havoc here in this one.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin Durant is much improved as a defender, and maybe it's some overdue appreciation, at least as he sees it. He said, people are starting to recognize me as more than just a scorer. I've been trying to shake that rap since 2012. I look to impact the game on both ends of the floor. Kevin, back to you.
A two-way player to be sure, D.A. Thanks. All-Star Week rapidly approaching, Brent, when it comes to choosing who's in the big game, who's not going to go. How much lobbying do you think comes into play?
I think there's some of that. There's some politicking that goes on. A lot of
teams and coaches and players alike. Everybody.
Yeah, just take a look at some of the comments in late January that coaches are making about some particular players and about them wanting to play in the midseason classic in February. We get those indicators usually at the end of January.
That doesn't bother me, though. As a broadcaster, does it bother you?
Not at all. I would champion the best player I have on my team all the time.
And a player, you love it, right? And your guys are going to support you like it.
No doubt about it. The more representation you have there, the better off is for your basketball team.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. Zach LaVine is out there with Murray. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot.
Oladipo so strong and scoring, even with the D, kind of knocking him around a bit on that play.
To the middle. Tries again. Carter with the bucket.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Oladipo taking his time here. Kicks it to George. Over Murray. And George gets it to go. George has got his first points of the game.
Well, Paul George doesn't get up a ton on jump shots. That time elevated a little bit more and still made the J.
Durant wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Richardson the pass to George for 3. The shot that time, not on target.
And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
Richardson against Levine. And Oladipo kicks to Adebayo. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Lets it go from 11. Right side, no good. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Hawks. Outside, Levine. Clock at 6. Shoots from 12. Good on the jump shot.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Oladipo outside. Durant against George. Back to Oladipo. Miami needs to get a shot off. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Oladipo. Richardson against Levine from 13, and he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in.
Awesome seeing Richardson get a little tricky with the ball. Some fancy moves there.
Murray the pass to Carter. He kicks to Markkanen. It's Durant on the wing. And the shot goes in. Durant's got 5.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Oladipo against Murray. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. To the inside. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Oladipo. Richardson against Levine. Richardson dishes to George. Inside. Here's Whiteside. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 4 rebounds in this game. The Bulls leading by 3. The open shot, Durant, and Oladipo pulls it down.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
And sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Now, here's Richardson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Memphis for the 3. And there's Oladipo on the assist by Richardson. Oladipo's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Slowly and steadily improving. Oladipo, a good 3-point shooter, making him more well-rounded as a threat. Well, this Heat organization has had such a great run of success under their owner, Mickey Arison, and what Pat Riley has done to for the foundation of the culture around Miami. This is not a team that likes to throw away any chance to compete or any season for that matter.
Now here is Carter over Whiteside. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Bulls shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
One shot.
The Heat trail by 3. Richardson finds Oladipo. Back to Richardson. Oladipo outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And head coach Eric Spoelstra always looking for different perspectives, looking to tweak and change certain things and constantly learning. That's a growth mindset. We hear him talk about that a lot, and it's something that he encourages not only his staff to do, but his players as well.
And the first one at the line is good. And Spoelstra assigns assistants to read books, attend clinics, and bring back reports. Always looking for new insights.
Yep, lots of paperwork on that Miami Heat coaching staff. They keep daily notes on everything from basketball to the big picture around the team. Stats, quotes, questions, all inspirational stuff. So anything they can draw a competitive advantage on or keep things positive, Spo's looking to do that.
Now here's Murray. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's stolen by Oladipo. To the paint. Here's Adebayo.
And that's what we mean by combo guard skills right there. Kept his head up and found the open man.
Chicago trailing here. Murray kicks to Markkanen. Carter, the pass to Levine. Here's Murray. He's covered by Whiteside. Durant way outside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. That's now 8 points for Kevin Durant. The Heat have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
And a new group in for the Heat. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Whiteside. Justice Winslow comes in for Bam Adebayo. Kings checked in for Richardson. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Oladipo. Up top, King. George with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Nurkic in the post. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Nurkic has got his first points of the night. Now Chicago has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Sinks that one from the post. So it's Miami now, trailing by 2. Wade with it. 9 points last game out. Nurkic in the post, working on Portis. And Nurkic gets it to go. Nurkic has got his second bucket tonight.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Shoots from the line. Another shot. He lays it in. And the Bulls lead by 2.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
And here's Wade. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The 3 from George. That shot, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Melton, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And giving up a lot of inches, he was still, though, determined to make the play.
Yeah, this is the time you can use that word, tenacity. Some guys wouldn't even try that shot, but he goes in there undeterred.
Valentine wide open. He fires again, Chicago.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
King outside. Pass to George. Durant with the steal. Valentine with it. He's against King. Wade with the block.
Dwayne Wade, the best shot blocking 2 guard this game has ever seen. Add another one to the total.
The Bulls have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
One shot.
With today's superstars often joining forces, Brent, we hear some retired legends saying they wanted to beat their rivals, not join their rivals. What do you think?
I saw a lot of joining going on from some of the guys who make those comments, Kevin. So that sort of stuff just eludes me as to where it's coming from. This league has always been dominated by teams that have at least two, if not three, upper echelon
superstar
players that end up winning titles. So it's happening now. It happened then. It will continue to happen.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, PG played his first 7 seasons in Indiana with the Pacers and guided them to 2 Eastern Conference Finals appearances. And that playoff PG moniker that he came up with, it holds true if you look at the numbers. And when the Pacers were about to rebuild, I think Paul George let them know that he was willing to move on to continue his career somewhere else.
A lot of fans in Indiana upset with Paul George for deciding to leave. Do they have a point, Brent, or is that unfair?
I think it's a little unfair, Kevin. 7 great years from Paul George. Obviously had to recover from the leg injury and came back strong. But PG wanting to go somewhere where he could win a title, and that's a decision that every player has to make. PG thought somewhere else he might have that opportunity and maybe more chances to do so.
And here are the Heat now after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw good from Wade. Tearaway warm-ups have long been a feature of the NBA. But last season, the new tearaway jerseys, they just kept ripping apart.
The old uniform malfunction, Kevin, last year. Yeah, maybe.
You even had a couple malfunctions, and that was odd.
Well, the tie? Bad tie?
Yeah.
I always have bad ties.
You know,
I think they're looking back at the material choices for what they're doing. So maybe there'll be some subtle changes into this year. But it was interesting. In the early part of last year, a lot of guys with a finger underneath the arm and pulling away a jersey and ripped away. So maybe the supplier will do something about the fabric this year.
Now a timeout called by Miami. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
He's off on that one. And it's Chicago the other way. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Well, 9 times out of 10, if you can't take advantage of the freebies at this level, the outcome is not going to be in your favor.
And the rebound by Nurkic.
The defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him.
Drills it from outside.
And Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. A different look for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Bam Adebayo comes in for George. And it's Oladipo in for Dwayne Wade. Now here's Murray. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Teardrop shot, and Whiteside sends it back.
When you consider just how long and how big Whiteside is down there, it's not surprising that shot blocking is something he does well.
Oladipo against Murray. Heat moving the ball around. Here's Whiteside, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Whiteside's got his first bucket of the night. And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. 6-point game. This is it to Murray. Not loose. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Now let's check out and highlight the best defenses in the NBA. Number one, the Heat.
Great defenders both individually and collectively. I mean, you can tell they really love accepting that challenge. They can stifle you at that end of the floor.
Oladipo outside. King with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Winslow finds Whiteside. Got it. Good job on the low post. And now it's just a 4-point Bulls lead.
Whiteside working on having a better all-around feel for the game, and that time makes a solid read.
Pass to Carter. Now here's Murray. He's covered by Whiteside. And there's Murray on the assist from Carter. Murray's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Oladipo kicks to Whiteside. Stolen by Markkanen. Here's Levine. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. They get Hassan Whiteside.
Clearly a foul.
The Bulls have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Levine. So Levine nails both of them. There's 57 seconds left here in the first quarter. King, the pass to Winslow.
You see Justice Winslow get into that low defensive stance. Signals kind of like he did at Duke, slap the floor and be ready for a defensive possession.
And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. King against Levine. It's stolen. There's Winslow. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Up top, King, defended by Carter. Winslow finds Whiteside. Adebayo.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing the defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Levine deciding where to go with it. Over to the wing. Murray right side. And no good on the last second attempt this time. They're scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Bulls lead by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Don't miss the action. Your favorite NBA superstars are here to compete in a showcase of the league's top talent. It's the NBA All-Star Game.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Hustling on that offensive glass. That's led to a number of second chance points.
Yeah, if your opponent fails to block out, you get yourself in great position. That was the story of the first quarter for them offensively.
Chicago leading by 5. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Chicago right now. And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. Then there's Valentine. And it's Melton in at the point. Chicago's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Carter outside. There's the pass to Markkanen. Pass to Melton. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Markkanen can't get it to go. The Heat shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. King outside. Over Valentine. Nurkic, Chicago grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points. Melton passes to Valentine, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Valentine's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Chicago. Wade outside. To the middle. Here's Nurkic, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Nurkic has got 6 points.
Awesome concentration by Nurkic there to take his time in the post and make the shot look easy.
Pass to Melton. Now here's Markkanen. T right on him. 6 to shoot. He feeds it to Carter. From 17 feet out. Doesn't go for him. And Miami the other way now. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Winslow, the pass to King. Lets it go. Valentine grabs the board. Chicago leading by 5. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Back to Markkanen. Nailed from three-point land. Markkanen's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Passed away. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
That's just better offense from Dwayne Wade, trumping the defense.
Carter at the elbow. Kicks to Markkanen. Now the pass to Melton. Valentine with it. From 13, and he hits the jump shot. 6 points for him. Here's Wade. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pass to Adebayo. Now King. Nurkic in the post, defended by Carter. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Valentine. He's averaging 7 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. and he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn. Let's see what he does.
Milton passes to Markkanen. And Winslow pulls it down. The Heat trail by 8. He dishes it to Wade. Passes it to King. No good with the triple.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
And it's Carter missing.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Aside from one recent year, we've seen plenty of coaching changes. When teams come up short, do you think that position maybe gets too much blame?
Probably, and coaches know that's exactly what they're in store for once they sign a contract
and
to coach
that
a team.
Kind of money.
Yeah, all of a sudden they know that what happens on the floor, the end result is going to be whether or not I coach this team the next year and the year after and the year after. Interesting cycle of things that happens, though, Kevin, is when changes are made in a front office around the league. Sometimes the managers want to put in a coach where they feel either a little bit more comfortable with or a style of basketball that they're more comfortable with. And sometimes the success on the floor for the coach has no bearing on whether or not he's going to keep his job,
right,
because management would like to see a different product out there. So they become a victim sometimes of upper management movement and sometimes are removed from being the head coach.
Good thoughts. Different look for Miami. Paul George, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Josh Richardson comes in for King. And it's Oladipo in for Dwayne Wade. Now, here's Oladipo. He had 25 points in the win against Memphis.
And boy, did he have it going offensively. He lived at the line during that game as well, and that's where he got a lot of those points.
And it's Durant missing.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. You need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
Winslow kicks to Richardson. Winslow finds Oladipo. Miami no good on that time either.
He sunk that 3 in the first, but's yet to make another one.
Pass to Levine. Buries it down low. And now a 12-point Bulls lead.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
George passes to Winslow. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Here's Levine. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Levine's got 4 this quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now, here's Oladipo. He has 7. Left side, George. Good on the shot. George has got 8 points.
Well, keep it or dish it. Those are the decisions Paul George is trying to make, and he makes the right one there.
The pass to Portis. On the wing, Levine. Deep 2 from Murray. Miami grabs the miss. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months, the scope of that for George.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now, here's Oladipo. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Winslow's shot is off.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And then Durant with the dunk. Durant's got the lead up to 14 now for Chicago. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Richardson with it. Now defended by Levine. Richardson kicks to Oladipo. Off target with his three. Chicago leading by 14. Down low. And Portis throws it down.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
Now, here's Oladipo. He has 7. It's Richardson on the wing, guarded by Levine, Nurkic, and Durant sends it back.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
Here's Murray. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Shooting
Chicago. DeJounte Murray. 2 shots.
That one is off. And he's good on the second. Now Oladipo. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Winslow dishes to George. Back to Winslow. And the dunk by Winslow.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
And therein lies the trick, discussing ways to be aggressive, but not committing turnovers.
A different look for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Bam Adebayo subbed in for Winslow. Markkanen, he's checked in for the Bulls. And stolen by Richardson. Oladipo against Murray. And it's George finishing it off.
Great timing there. Paul George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
Murray, the pass to Markkanen. Back to Murray. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Lobs it up for Levine. And stolen by Whiteside. Inside. It's tipped. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Richardson.
Well, Richardson came in shooting threes and thought that might be the only thing he could do. He's no one-trick pony.
Richardson against Levine. He kicks it to Durant. Fires at the elbow. And the basket is good. Durant's got 12 in the game.
It's just lethal. Once Kevin Durant gets into that spot, he can rise up, and it's pretty much going to go in.
Up top, Oladipo. 7 points in the game. George with the bucket.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Now here's Murray. It's a 10-point game. Portis kicks to Durant. Stolen by George. The feed to Richardson. Got a hand on it.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Oladipo against Murray. Pass to Portis. Now here's Levine. Clock at 6. It's blocked.
Hard-nosed defender Josh Richardson using a little bit of that length from the wing position to deny that one.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper. And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Now, here's George. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game. Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
Levine kicks to Murray. There's a minute left in the first half. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Oladipo. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
But whether the shots are wide open or contested, he is just having no luck right now, guys, with anything.
Murray against Oladipo. Murray, the pass to Portis. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Whiteside kicks to George. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Oladipo with the ball. Now defended by Levine.
And how about marketing, using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
19 seconds left to play here in the half.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Murray with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's Durant again, Chicago.
You know, with KD, there's just not a spot on the floor where once he gets it, you don't feel like he's confident and comfortable to score. Tonight, inflicting some serious pain.
And so it's Chicago, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Dwayne. What's the focus in the second half?
Well, I mean, we just want the ball go. We just got to rebound the ball. We got to get in there as a team, all of us, and rebound the ball. You know, they crash the glass, all of them. But then it's about getting a win. We can play any style, and tonight we just want to figure out how to get a win.
Sometimes it doesn't go as planned. Thanks, Dwayne. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 14 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And, Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
Well, one thing about Kevin Durant, you know what you're going to get from him in most nights. But in the first half, you saw the full capacity of what he can provide. Great skills, great production, but also great leadership. Durantula!
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Miami?
Well, the differential in rebounding was huge. And it goes back to the fundamentals, blocking out and just maintaining position. Instead, they went to the lazy man's route, flying in the air, trying to steal rebounds. Well, that didn't work. No one is going to give you an easy rebound. They need to show some fight.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
A great look at American Airlines Arena right on the shores of Biscayne Bay as we welcome you back to Miami. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from George.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
Well, we saw that in the first half, and he's constantly on the move and slipping behind the eyes of the defense to work closer to the rim.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Paul George is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Whiteside, then there's Richardson, and it's Oladipo in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Miami. For 3, Levine, and again it's the Bulls from deep.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Now, here's Oladipo. Passes it to Adebayo, and the shot goes down. Adebayo's got his third basket of the night right there.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
Exactly. That's the kind of possession, ending with an easy one right at the bucket that you love to get early on. Builds confidence for the entire team.
Pass to Oladipo. Shot from the wing. They get the rebound. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
Here's Oladipo after the Bulls pick up 2. George looking around. Over Durant. George, no good.
Yeah, they got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far, and they know they got to be better.
George against Durant. Kicks to Murray. And the pass to Carter. Clock at 6. Back to Murray. Puts up a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Oladipo outside. There's the dish to Richardson. George against Durant. A fader. And it's good off the back rim and in. 6 points for Hassan Whiteside.
That's big. If Whiteside steps up like that, can face you up and knock down stuff from distance, it adds a huge dimension to the offensive sets.
Now here's Markkanen. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Oladipo against Murray. Adebayo kicks to George. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Right side, no good. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Here's Murray. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, 3 of 4 to start this half. Offensively, they've been great.
And the Heat call time here.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for Markkanen.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier. The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Richardson finds Oladipo. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the 3rd. Here's Whiteside and the jam by Whiteside.
Well, Victor showing some nice signs of vision on that play. Not an easy cover in the pick and roll. That's a nice pass.
From the stripe, and Carter with the basket on the assist by Murray. Murray's got his 6th assist on the night.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now here's Richardson. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Oladipo against Markkanen. It's Oladipo on the wing. It's tipped and stolen by Murray. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Levine with it. Now defended by Oladipo. The Heat trail by 17. Outside, George. Dishes it to Whiteside. Levine against Richardson. Shot clock at 6. Oladipo for 3. A second chance effort. Chicago grabs the miss. Carter's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Murray. Banked in off the glass. Murray's got 8.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's Richardson on the wing. Pass to George. Passes it to Adebayo. The shot's good on the assist by George. Adebayo's got 4 points this quarter.
And have to defend better in the paint. They just let him set up way too deep.
Well, he's going to punish you down there if you're not more physical than he is, and look for them to go right back to that play.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Bam Adebayo. King comes in for Richardson. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Victor Oladipo. Now here's King following the shot by Kevin Durant. King outside. Feeds it to Whiteside. And it goes down 2 points. 10 points for him.
There's some poise shown from the big man when Whiteside maintains that kind of focus. It's a big help to the coaching staff to carry out their game plan.
Outside Durant. And Durant gets double teamed. Pass to Melton. The tray. Ball's knocked loose. The Heat trail by 15. And here's George. He's got 15. That one misses. Great D that time from Durant. Here's Valentine. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Heat shooting 43% from the field. And George kicks to Wade. Got a piece of it. And they'll keep possession. Heck, and still knocked it down. Nice composure. For Miami, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
One shot.
Free throw, good, Whiteside.
And the personality of Whiteside can be infectious when he's engaged. And there are times when I think the coaching staff tries to draw that out of him, make him more competitive, more consistent.
Here's Melton. 7 points in the game. And again, Chicago. No good. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Outside, George. There's the triple. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
How about this run there in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
The aggressiveness has picked up on both sides of the floor. And I'm not sure what took them so long to muster that, but here we are.
For Chicago, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
One shot. One shot.
That free throw good from Durant.
How about the charisma of KD that time? Teammates loving what he's bringing to the table here tonight.
The shot. It's hauled in by the Heat. Wade kicks to Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Right, big scoring run fueled by great game planning and really some great shot making.
The offensive rebound. Yep, that one goes in there. And that's now 9 points for Wendell Carter.
And you can sense them just starting to squeeze and shrink this lead a little bit.
Outside, George. Here is Whiteside. He's got 15. Here's Nurkic. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Now, here's Wade following the shot by Kevin Durant. Inside. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Free throw, good. Portis. He's perfect from the line this time. The Heat trail by 12. Now, here's Wade. And there's the pass to Whiteside. He kicks it to Nurkic. Over Carter. Hits the jump hook. Nurkic has got 8 points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Here's Melton. He has 7. Knocked loose. Just 4 to shoot. Three-pointer on the way. Trains the three-pointer. 10 points for him.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Well, 10,000 hours of practice at work here, blocking out all distractions and just shooting your shot.
Now here's King. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. George, that's a 2-pointer, and another basket for Miami.
Now, which ways tonight has Paul George not made an impact in this game? A one-man wrecking crew.
Durant kicks to Carter. Back to Durant. Paul George with the steal. Wade, right side. Pass to Nurkic. Over Durant. Here's Whiteside. Tries it again, and it's good on the way in. Whiteside's got it back down to single digits for Miami.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Chicago has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Melton. Wade is covering. Now Durant. 17 points in the game. 4 on the clock. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
To the inside and stolen by Portis. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And it's sent back by George.
Not many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George, just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
That's the kind of guy who does things that breaks the backs of their opponents because they're about wanting it more than the other guy you're up against.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Outside Durant, three-pointer. Again, Durant missing.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
On the wing, Dwayne Wade, defended by Durant, and it's in there. 10 points for Nurkic.
Well, the defense did a fine job there. Just not good enough. Nurkic, too skilled.
Here's Melton. He's got 12. It's Durant on the wing. 1 second left, and the last second attempt doesn't fall.
Because of Paul George's athleticism, he can do a lot of things. He turns guys over, he blocks shots, he's got great hands. He affects a lot defensively.
The third quarter comes to a close. Bulls out front, up 8. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this.
18. Please don't try to.
Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. The Heat trail by 8, taking a look at the Bulls. We've got Carter, Valentine out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Melton in at the 1 spot. The shot by Wade, no good.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Back to Portis. Now here's Valentine. Richardson cover. 5 to shoot. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Valentine. Valentine's got his 3rd assist on the night. Carter's gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 60%. Richardson the pass to Wade. No good that time. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Valentine passes to Melton. Back to Portis. Passes it to Valentine. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Wade with it. Here's Nurkic. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Don't talk much about the arc on a shot, but Nurkic did a great job hauling in that rebound and finishing the look over top.
Now here's Valentine. Pass to Portis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
The Heat trail by 13. Wade outside. Here's Nurkic. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Carter.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Wade passes to King. And here's Winslow. Kicks to Nurkic. Back to Winslow. 6 on the shot clock. Great D that time from Portis.
You can't miss those kind of looks. The defense seems to be a little nonplussed so far in this one, but he flat out missed it.
And the pass to Valentine. To the middle. And he slams it one-handed.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Well, the crowd got in here tonight and sat down, and that's where they stayed all night long, extremely poised, which has led to a monster lead.
Here's the teardrop. That one good for 2.
And while Wade doesn't pull the floater out all that often, when he does, it's usually pretty silky smooth.
Carter at the elbow. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Nurkic with the block. They push it up 4 on 3. Pass to Wade. Releases from 15. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And the Heat with some changes. Whiteside's checked in for Justice Winslow. Paul George comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Oladipo in for Dwayne Wade. And here are the Heat now. Down by 15. Oladipo dishes to Nurkic. George passes to King. And Oladipo has it in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. Back to King. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 6 assists in the game. The Bulls leading by 12. Levine kicks to Markkanen. Pass to Portis. Now Murray. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
That's his second personal. At the line for Bulls, DeJounte Murray. 2 shots.
Shoot 2, gentlemen.
And the first one drops. And so Murray nails both of them. The Heat trail by 14. King, the pass to Oladipo. Back to King. Launches a 3. Rebound by Murray.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
Levine kicks to Markkanen. Great D that time from Nurkic. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Here's King from 8 feet away. He drops it in. King's got 5 points now this quarter.
And not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Durant deciding where to go with it. Durant drawing the double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Heat with the ball. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Oladipo against Murray. And Oladipo kicks to Whiteside. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Markkanen. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Murray's got 8 rebounds in this game. Durant for 3. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. King against Levine. King, the pass to Oladipo. Shoots over Portis. And that one hits back iron.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Levine, good, and the assist goes to Murray. And that's 13 points for Zach LaVine.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Now, here's Oladipo. The shot from the low post is good.
I like seeing Oladipo around the rim using the lift inside.
The Bulls leading by 12. Here's Murray up on top. Guarded by Oladipo. LaVine, good.
Still attacking. Building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, tonight his pinpoint accuracy has been impressive.
King against LaVine. Down low. Here's Nurkic. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half. And that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Durant against George. Here's Murray. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Just shocked that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
King. Rebound collected by LaVine. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them.
Well, he made 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't found a way to connect again from outside during the second.
Now here's Murray. Outside Durant. He kicks to Markkanen. Releases. And the shot is long.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
King, the pass to George. And that one is off.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
And the jam by LaVine.
Unselfish play by KD there. Such a big part of what makes him a special player.
And that was an Unleashed Chaos moment. Indeed, what a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. To the middle, stolen by Markkanen. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. It's Durant on the wing. Murray outside. Back to Durant. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Now here's Oladipo. Whiteside, high post. Nurkic in the post, working on Portis. And Whiteside stays right with it.
Some of the best centers in the league understand every aspect of the offense and where shots are coming from. And Whiteside positioned himself well for that one.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Coming into this game, he had been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jim Boylan was going over with his team. He was pretty clear-cut to them. He said, look, we need to play with some edge out there. I don't care what the lead is. Do not back off.
Now, here's Oladipo, following the shot by Kevin Durant over Murray, and stolen by Murray. Outside, Levine. Right side, Durant. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
Not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Well, something in this frame for sure, but when you're out of rhythm, sometimes it's better to play the role of being the facilitator.
Now, here's Markkanen. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Carter. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Whiteside. The Heat trail by 12.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Bulls.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul.
George out there moving the rock and figuring out where his teammates were to have success on that possession.
The assist by Paul George.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're behind by 10. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to see. Fight all the way through, even to the bitter end.
And Oladipo kicks to George. Richardson the pass to George. And again with the rebound.
Rebound after rebound after rebound.
Oh, GA, he is crashing the glass with energy. I love it.
That's nice focus from Oladipo, not letting the D get to him, and he sunk a jumper with a guy in his face.
So the Bulls win it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Very intense game tonight. How did you guys keep your emotions in check?
Well, we love a physical game, and we're not going to back down from anything. This is a great team. We respect them. They've been playing well this year, but we wanted to come in here and get a win, especially after losing last game.
Yeah, you turned it around and got that W and maybe turned things around. Thanks, KD. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.